I don't know what storm the Lord has asked you to walk through. I don't know your story. I'm not even quite sure why I'm making this video. I didn't expect it. Wasn't planned. I'm reading 1 Samuel chapter 1, which is one of my favorite chapters, stories, because it resonates a lot with me. How Hannah was very much loved by her husband, but was childless. For some reason, her womb was closed to having children. And her heart was bitter. She was deeply hurt. And she prayed to the Lord and wept with many tears. And she said, Lord of armies, if you will take notice of your servant's affliction, remember and not forget me. How many times do we feel like the Lord has forgotten us? And then she starts praying at the Lord's temple. And Eli was sitting in a chair and watching her pray. And he thinks that she's drunk because she's praying silently with no sound coming out of her mouth, but her mouth is moving. And so he's like, how long are you going to be drunk, woman, you know? And she's like, listen, hey, I'm a woman with a broken heart. I am like pouring out the depths of my soul to the good Lord. And she asked God to please, please give me a child. And the Lord remembered her. Listen, I don't know who this is for, but the Lord hears your prayers. He understands you more than you think. He understands you more than you understand yourself. I haven't been where Hannah's at, but I do know what it's like to have a heart full of hurt and feeling like your world is crumbling and there's not a thing you can do about it outside of just breaking down to the Lord, asking Him to save your child. That's my experience. A little backstory on me is 2008 was one of the hardest years, but also the most beautiful. It's where the Lord showed up and showed out in the midst of my trial. Now, I have made a video on my testimony already, so I won't get into it on this video. You can go and find it. It should be on all the platforms. But sometimes it feels like you are just crying out and crying out and crying out, and you feel like God is not even there. He's not even listening. You don't feel His presence. And it's in those times that we have to remember that it's not always about feeling His presence. It's about knowing who He is. He is faithful. After 5 long months of waiting and waiting and waiting and preparing our hearts for the worst and hoping for the best, God came through like never before, and He showed Himself as God. No one else can take the credit but Him and Him alone. I pray that you experience God, the God of the Bible, I pray you experience at some time, some point in your lifetime where you feel like everything is crumbling but God. The Lord remembered Hannah, and she gave birth to a son. She named him Samuel. And it says that the Hebrew name Samuel sounds like the phrase requested from God. And then Samuel becomes of age for her to go and dedicate him to the Lord. And she goes back to the priest Eli at the temple, and she's like, I'm that woman who stood here beside you praying to the Lord, and I prayed for this boy. And since the Lord gave me what I asked for, I now give the boy to the Lord, for as long as he lives, he is given to the Lord. God is faithful, no matter what situation you may be facing right now. God is bigger. He is greater than what you're walking through. He is faithful. Please keep holding on. Please. Please don't give up. He's on your side, and he is going to get the glory for every bit of this. He's going to get the glory for it all. Make no mistake, he does it all in his timing, for his glory and for our good. And when it happens, you will never question why it should have worked another way. I promise you, friend, don't give up. Don't give up.